Hello. So I just wanted to take a moment to discuss what I bring to the table in regards to my photographic style as a wedding photographer, especially through this endless sea of amazing and talented photographers that are out there. I think I bring something a little bit different to the table, which may be exactly what you're looking for, or not, which is completely okay. You definitely can't go wrong with the vast majority of photographers that are out there. So instead of blabbing on and on about what I strive for in a wedding day, I just figured we would go over some examples. So here's a picture that I recently took while in Banff, Canada. Fall was just setting in, so we had beautiful colors on the trees. We had storm clouds that were rolling in the background, beautiful lighting that was coming through. Just very hard to take a bad picture. So if you're looking for the magazine cover pictures, I can definitely accommodate you in receiving that. Not exactly my style, though. We'll be getting a little bit closer to that. And here, up close portrait of the couple, a little bit closer to my style. So we're getting there. Again, beautiful lighting, beautiful colors in the background. Picture perfect. Could definitely be in a magazine spread, in in my opinion. And here, pull the curtain back on this one a little bit. So I was actually standing in a parking lot when I took this picture. So just know where there's a will, there's a way when it comes to getting a beautiful picture. Again, beautiful picture. The dress just popped with the dark background, the contrast of the trees. Really love this picture. And here I stepped out of the parking lot and into the grass and went wide. I love this shot, one of my favorites that I took this year. And here we have a portrait from probably my third wedding, backlit shot at night at the altar. I'll always love this picture, just speaks to me. But this wasn't my favorite picture from the day. My favorite picture of the day is what I'm trying to capture as a wedding photographer and what should expect from me as far as deliverables. And here it is. So from a photography rule standpoint, this is not supposed to be the best picture of the day. The bride's face is covered. Her hand is over her eyes. You can only see the top of the flower girl's head. It's not critically sharp. There's actually just a touch of motion blur in there because my settings were a little off. I had to run from one side of the venue to the other to make sure that I captured this. But all that doesn't matter. Why? This is my brother. And this is one of maybe three pictures in existence that I can think of with him having a genuine smile on his face. We don't have too many of those floating around. This wasn't a smile and say cheese for the camera type moment. This was a real, genuine, candid moment. Now, when I was going through the pictures of the day and I saw this, I had an instant sigh of relief. To me, no other picture mattered, and I knew that I had a successful day. And when I realized that, the light bulb went off, and I knew that this was this is what I can present my couples. This is the gift that I can give as their photographer, giving them real candid moments that they thought that they would never see. Uh, your brother smiling for one of three pictures out there in existence. I knew that this is what I wanted to present, and this was going to be my photographic style going forward. And I have a few more examples of that as well. So here we have a sweet moment during a father-daughter dance. Now, they were having a conversation during the dance that only they know. Nobody else in that venue knows what they were saying. And when I present this picture, they'll be able to relive that moment and remember what they were saying and maybe have another laugh or another giggle over it. But I love this picture, right spot at the right time, and was able to capture it. And here we have a father-daughter first look and a little bit of a backstory. So earlier in the day, I could overhear this gentleman on the other side of the room mentioning how men don't cry. No, you're supposed to hold it in, and you don't get caught crying. when I heard that, I set a goal for myself that I was going to get some emotion out of him. And that was going to be what I presented the bride. Sure enough, an hour later, during the first look, the tears started. And if, if you zoom in, you can see the eyes watering up a little bit. But I knew I had a moment during this time. And here we could see the motioning, trying to fan out the tears, dry out the eyes a little bit. Made for a great candid moment. We all had a good laugh over it. But these are the moments that I'm after. Now, you're probably asking, but David, we're eloping. There's not going to be that many people there, or this is just an engagement shoot. How are you going to capture those candid moments? Well, I definitely have a way to do so. And here we have a picture from a recent elopement that I did in Kentucky. Simple, easy posing that gave timeless results. I love this picture. Just, you can feel the love in this picture, which is what I try to present and what I strive to capture. But in regards to candid moments, it's those little in-between moments in between the poses that I also love. Maybe a little bit more than the posing. And here we go. Laughing, cutting up, having a good time, just the three of us. And we got a beautiful result. They later told me after going through the pictures, they would go back and go over them again and again and again. And they just loved them more and more because of little moments like this, which is what I try to capture and which I love to capture. And here, another beautiful moment. In between the posing and we were having a great time with the posing, but they started talking and how they got to this moment. And you can see the pure joy in her face. And you would think that this was a posed moment, but it was completely candid. While they were talking, I positioned myself in a good spot to make sure I can get her reaction. And I just love the results. Here, a posed shot, another hard to get a bad photo type moment. Canadian Rockies in the background, beautiful alpine lake in the background. Just hard to take a bad picture. And simple, easy posing, which came out great. But just a moment later, beautiful laughter, sharing love with one another, having a genuine, candid moment. And I love this picture so much more than the previous. Not to say the previous is bad, but these are the moments that I go for, those in-between moments that last a lifetime. So there you have it, what I am trying to achieve as a photographer during a wedding day or elopement, and what to expect as far as deliverables at the end of the day. If you have any questions or would like to set up a meeting or call, please feel free to use the contact forms below. Or if you love what you see and you're ready to book, please use the Book Me Now button somewhere. Not sure what side it'll be on me. But please feel free to use that. You can select the date and then I will reach back out to you as soon as possible. Or if you happen to have stumbled across this on YouTube, I will put a link down below that'll take you to my site. There'll be more information about me, my portfolio, as well as contact forms to reach out and discuss more. But thanks for stopping by and taking the time to watch this video. I definitely hope that this makes your decision much easier in your search for a photographer during your wedding day or elopement. And hope to hear from you soon and look forward to working with you. Bye-bye.